Hello everyone! Today we're going to do a little bit different of a video. So I was actually encouraged by a subscriber to do a video like this, a top 5 video, my 5 favorite Boston Scally caps. So I thought, it's been a little over a year since I began accumulating these Boston Scally caps. So I thought that I have enough now. I got a good idea of what Boston Scally does. I have a lot of these caps, and so I thought, well, now would be a great time to do this. It'd be a fun video, a little something different to do. And just a little note here, this will be my caps that I own. So of course, there's some Boston Scally caps that I've really liked, I've missed out on, so I'm not going to include those. These are just going to be the ones that I actually do own myself. So let's get started. These are my 5 favorite Boston Scally caps that I own. So we are going to begin with the All Heart. Yeah, if you've seen my videos, y'all knew this had to be in here somewhere. And if you have not, I do have a separate review on this cap, the All Heart cap. And this cap, I won't go through it all here, but this cap is just very sentimental to me because of what it means with me being a congenital heart patient. And so I really latched onto this cap. This cap, it does just hit me in the heart. It just means a lot to me. And I also just really like the pin on this cap. I think it's such a neat pin with the 2 arrows going through the heart there. And the colors on this, I just really do like the colors on this cap, where it is mimicking a heart, the ventricles, the arteries, all that, that we think about these colors. So I think this is just a phenomenal cap. So this would be my number 5. I had to include this. There was just no way that I was getting away from including the All Heart cap in my top 5. So there it is, the All Heart, and just a wonderful pin too. And if you are interested in my backstory with this cap, do check out my separate All Heart review video, and you will learn all you've probably ever wanted to know about me and more. So this is the my number 4 right here, and that is the Jack-O Rose. Yes, I don't think I've actually done a review on the Jack-O Rose on this channel, but I adore fall. I really love autumn, when all the leaves begin to change, when it gets the season, it starts to cool off a little bit, because here where I live in the South, we have some really hot, humid summers. So it feels so nice once you can actually go and breathe outside again. You don't feel like you're swimming through the humidity, and you can actually enjoy the weather and see all the leaves change the colors. I think it's so nice. And I think this is one of Boston Scally's best fall offering caps. And now this is one of the caps that when I got into Boston Scally, it was sold out at the time on their site. So I had seen this cap probably on Reviews with Moose or some other review like that. And I found this on eBay eventually. And I was like, the second I see it in a medium large on eBay, I've got to get this cap. So I did. I paid more for it than I should have, as I do with some of these caps. But I did go ahead and get this when it did go on sale on eBay. And I really like the Jack-O Rose. It is definitely one of my favorite fall caps that Boston Scally has released. And again, the pin for this cap, it's wonderful. I like this pin a lot. I think it goes so well with this cap. So that is it. Number 4 is the Jack-O Rose. Can you even get any closer to looking like Halloween and fall and autumn than that? I don't think so. It's just such a nice looking cap. And so here we go to my number 3 favorite Boston Scally cap, and it is A Christmas Story. Whew, when I saw this thing pop up, I knew this was going to be one of my favorites because these colors, they look so traditional. When you think about that time period that A Christmas Story was set in, they're perfect because, we don't get these bright, vivid, colors anymore with Christmas. And sadly, so many things are just becoming more muted, movies and TV shows and all sorts of stuff. Christmas decorations, I feel, you just have white. I think I've even seen black Christmas trees, but it's like, where's the color gone to, And so I thought this cap just perfectly accentuated Christmas. And, for a lot of us, A Christmas Story is one of the best movies ever made, especially one of the best Christmas movies ever made. And of course, it plays on TBS now, so we're all very well acquainted with this movie, I think, at this point. And then also, this cap, it did come with a fantastic pin set. It was a little more than some of the regular pin sets, but it was worth it because it had the leg lamp, it had what you see here, the Christmas Story logo, and it had so many other that had the BB gun, and I'm just trying to remember right now from memory, but it had so many other cool pins on that. Ralphie in the bunny suit was one I remember, but I ended up putting a Christmas Story one on mine just because I don't know, I was like, I've got to let people know this is a Christmas Story. But that was a good thing about most of those pins. You could have put any of those pins on this cap and people would have been like, yeah, that's from a Christmas Story, right? Everybody knows the pink bunny suit, even the BB gun, you know, even on a cap, I think to an extent, probably would have known what it was, but I just ended up putting a Christmas Story one on it. But this one, I don't know if Boston Scally will ever make a better Christmas cap than a Christmas Story cap right here. The colors, like I said, they just jump off this cap. I mean, it's just such a vibrant cap. And then, of course, on the inside, I love the inside of this cap as well, where you have the Parker family. Just a beautiful, beautiful cap. They hit a home run with that one, with A Christmas Story cap. So that is my number 3 favorite Boston Scally cap. So now we are moving on to number 2, and this is The Runaway. Oh yeah, this just recently came out. I have actually not even done a review on this cap yet, an individual video for a review on this cap, but I got this, oh my goodness, I think yesterday maybe, and when I was unboxing it and pulling it out of the box, I was just in awe. I thought this was perfect. This cap, you know, it's based on the Norman Rockwell painting, The Runaway, and you do see that scene there. There it is, from the Post that he wrote for and did the artwork for many years, Norman Rockwell. And so you have that on the inside. And then I don't want to talk about this too much yet because I am going to do an individual video for this. And look at that pin. That is the artwork there represented on that pin. That's just brilliant. And these colors. And what was funny to me is that's the Happy Gilmore. That is the Happy Gilmore pattern right there on the brim. So like I said, I don't want to talk a ton about this cap right now, because I do plan on doing a video for it. And I'm actually waiting to film. If you do remember from my Loch Ness video, I had Dan and his son Daniel, and they helped me film that. And so I am waiting and hoping to let them be able to, their schedule opens up, and I think they are going to be able to help me film the intro to this coming Tuesday. So I want to get the video out soon, but I want it to be really good because this cap is just so good. I didn't want to shortchange the video because this cap deserves a great video. And this was actually a little bit more expensive probably because of all the patterns on this cap, and there were just so many, and so I understand the price point. So like I said, I don't want to keep talking about this cap too much because I am doing an individual video for this cap, a review on it. So I do want to keep a lot of what I say about it for that video. So this is it. This is, that was number 2. So here we go. This is number 1. And if you've seen a lot of my reviews, a lot of my videos, you might know what it is. And guess what? It's not the donut. Some of y'all were probably thinking that. No, it is the Scarecrow. Oh man. Oh man. When I saw Boston Scally teasing the Scarecrow on their Facebook site, I think from the first pic they put out, I just knew that's it. That is the Boston Scally cap to beat all Boston Scally caps. For me, because when I was talking about the Jack of Rose, about how I just already love autumn, I already love that season anyway, and so this was it. I knew it when I saw it, and once I got it, had the cap in hand and put it on the head, I was like, this is it. They have made the quintessential Halloween, fall, autumn cap. It'll never be beat. I don't think. Now, never say never, of course, because I guess they could do something even better than this. But this cap, the Scarecrow, oh man. And the pin set for this cap was great as well. It had the Scarecrow that you see on the inside here, right there. You did have that Scarecrow, and then you had a crow, I think, as well. But I ended up putting the corn, as you see here, the corn on mine. And the Scarecrow is just where it is at for me. I just think this is, like I said, I don't know if Boston Scally, for me, will ever be able to top this cap, because I already love that season, like I said, and I don't know. I don't see them doing it. Now, of course they could, but this is it. This is my number one. Oh, and of course, if we're talking about the Scarecrow, the stitching, right? Look at that. And of course, there is no other Boston Scally cap that does anything like this. So the stitching there is just magnificent. And I think I said in my review for the Scarecrow, in my individual review, the video, that the only little nitpick I have with this cap is that I wish the brim, instead of being black, I wish it was this tan color here. I think that would have been a little better just in my mind, but that is just my little bitty, quibble with the cap, my little criticism, because otherwise you can't beat this thing to me. And I bet a lot of y'all probably did think he liked the donut a lot. And so, I was actually thinking about putting the donut in here. It was going to be number 5, but I thought there's no way that the All Heart can't be in here. Like I said, because it is so near and dear to my own heart. So it almost made it. It almost made it, but not quite. So that's it. That's my top 5 favorite Boston Scally caps that I do own. Oh man, and they just keep coming out with, just awesome cap after awesome cap. So I love following the Boston Scally lineup, the caps they release, because they're so much fun. And today they actually had a surprise release. It was the Joker 3, and it looked pretty good. I didn't end up buying it. I actually do have the Joker 2, and I think it looks better than both the original Joker and this new one that came out. So that'll probably be, unless they just release a cap that blows me away, that will probably be the only Joker cap I get. But it was cool they released it on April Fool's Day, when everybody else is making you feel foolish for falling into their lies. That Boston Scally actually did something significant and released a cap. so I thought that was really neat. So that's it. This is my number 1. This is the Scarecrow. That's my top 5 for the Boston Scally caps that I own. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was fun doing a different kind of video. And please come back, and if not Tuesday, the latest Wednesday, my runaway video will be up, and I am looking so forward to giving a full video review for that, because when I put it on here, I wanted to keep talking about it, but I know that I have that video coming up, and like I said, I'm waiting to film with my friends, and so I wanted a really good intro. I wanted a good video to present to everybody, and I didn't want to just put up something really quick and then be like, man, I should have waited, and I had a better intro, because we have something great in mind if it pans out. And if not, we'll go to a plan B and make something work anyways. So thank y'all so much for joining me today, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.